You know what's wrong with the stock market? It's just too reliable. I mean, where's the thrill in consistent long-term growth? That's why today we're exploring a much more sophisticated investment strategy, paying strangers to rate little rectangles made out of cardboard. That's right. I just got my first PSA submission back from Gamestop, and I wanted to share my results and experiences and find out if I would have made a better return had I simply invested in the stock market. Okay, before we get started, I did want to let you guys know that I will be running a giveaway. I have here 2024 Prism Value Packs, 3 of them. So all you have to do to win is like, comment, subscribe any video this month. And come February, I will pick 3 winners and send these out to them. Good luck. Okay, GameStop and PSA. I think GameStop gets a pretty bad rap. They've been in the news recently. Some guy accused them of allegedly losing nearly $400,000 worth of his cards. Yikes. I also see comments on Reddit questioning why you would trust your cards with GameStop, as if because you work retail, you turn into some sort of uncaring, corner-smashing lunatic. I get it though. I myself will not send any super valuable cards to GameStop. I would instead send them directly to PSA to take advantage of their PSA vault and expedite turnaround times. But I think GameStop provides a great service for a specific niche of card collecting. Low volume, low value, beginner card collectors such as myself. So if that sounds like you, here's a super quick guide on how it works. If it doesn't sound like you, feel free to jump ahead to the actual reveal. Okay, so sports cards cost $19.99 per card, TCG $15.99, and they both have a shipping fee of $4.99 per order. There is a max insured value, $500 for sports and $200 for TCG. So keep in mind that if your card's value exceeds that post-grade, then they will upcharge you when you go to pick up your cards. Now, I got the GameStop Pro membership, and I think it's a no-brainer if you're the type of collector that I am, and I'll explain why after I go over the benefits. For $25, you get free shipping on all PSA submissions. You get $5 store credit instantly and $5 every month for a total of $60 for the year. Now, it is use it or lose it. So to get full advantage of the value, you would have to submit every month or simply buy something in the store every month. You also get 2% cash back on your submission. So it's a nice little bonus. I think this system is perfect for the type of collector that wanders into Targets and Walmarts every so often, gets a few boxes of whatever hasn't been pillaged, finds something grade-worthy, and sends them in. With the Pro membership, you don't have to worry about shipping costs adding up if you submit a couple cards here and there. You don't have to gather 20 cards to meet the minimum to send a bulk order to PSA. You just drop off your cards at your local GameStop. One caveat is that GameStop does have to wait till they get enough cards before they ship out. I think TCG has hardly any wait because of how insanely popular it is right now. Sports cards, though, you might have to wait a week or two. A little hack for that, though, is you can call your local GameStops and see which one seems to be nearest to sending out their sports card submission. Also, a little note, I think most GameStops send out on Monday, so you would want to get your cards in before Monday or Tuesday, I think. So I've also heard that GameStop submissions seem to get priority. I've only received 1 order so far, and so yeah, a sample size of 1, but I know it might be the case. I dropped off my cards December 21st and got that back January 14th for a 24-day turnaround. And considering the expected turnaround is 45 business days, I think it's actually pretty incredibly impressive. Keep in mind that this is during peak holiday craziness and probably one of the worst natural disasters my state has seen. So to conclude, I would urge any of you who engage with this hobby similarly to take advantage of the service. Also, PSA just increased their rates, so if GameStop keeps their prices the same, then this is an even better deal. Okay, on to the reveal. Okay, so starting off, I have this Drake May rated rookie, and I got a 9. So the thing about these cards is that I made a complete rookie mistake and did not check the gem rate for these cards. To check gem rate, you just go to gemrate.com and you'll be able to see what percentage of the cards submitted get a PSA 10. This card, and I think this holds true throughout the other rated rookie sets, they have a pretty abysmal gem rate. I think it's between like 20 to 30%. And so that explains why, even though this card to me looked pretty perfect, it only got a 9. I mean, looking at the back, the cornering, or I'm sorry, the centering looks pretty bad, so maybe that's what contributed to the 9. Not sure at all, but just a little tip in case you're sending these rated rookies in. I don't know, maybe make sure that the back centering is good. Okay, here's another rated rookie. This time it's the man himself, Jaden Daniels, and unfortunately I got a 9. So pretty bummed about this one because his cards are exploding right now. I mean, it's gone, like his market has gone completely bonkers after his win against the Lions. I'm not sure where this card, how much this card is now. Before the Lions game, I think it was like 150. It might be even like 250 post game. But yeah, so pretty bummed that this one only got a 9, and the same story as a Drake May. The centering, cornering, edging on the front looked pristine. On the back though, the centering was slightly off. So I know it's just 2 cards, but maybe that's the reason for both these getting a 9, the centering on the back. I mean, I know PSA is supposed to give leeway for centering on the back, but I don't know. That's the only explanation I have for this. Okay, next up is this Joe Burrow 2023 Donruss Optic Electricity. And I got a 9. Also pretty bummed about this, but mostly because I kind of just love how this card looks. It's got Pikachu colors. And I thought this was pretty perfect when I sent it in and was expecting to get a 10, but on closer inspection after I got the card back, I could see some surface scratches. Not sure if camera will pick these up, but yeah, so just another tip, make sure you check, all 4 facets of PSA grading, those being corners, edges, centering, and surface. And in this case, I didn't check the surface. Okay, moving on, I have this Bryce Young Dragon Scale to 70. I got a 10. Yeah, the cool thing about these cards is that I think they gem rate pretty astronomically high. And my suspicion is that there's so much going on the surface that it's sort of hard to grade. But yeah, I got a 10, and I think these they sell raw for about 100, and I sort of have no idea how much they sell as a PSA 10. There's literally no comps of this that I could find. Okay, moving on, I have another Bryce Young Gold Dragon Seal. This time, I think this is Concourse. Let me check. Yeah, Concourse. And the same story, got a 10. So yeah, these gem really high. So if you guys have any of these Dragon Scales, I would suggest just sending them in. You're more than likely to get a 10, barring any, like huge surface defects or edge corner damage. Yeah, so another 10. And then, not to sound like a broken record, but I have another Dragon Scale for Bryce Young, this time though in gold to 10. And I got 10. So yeah, very stoked about this one. The gold to 10s are obviously much more rare. I think these come in at $500 raw, and like the other ones, there's almost no comps for a PSA 10 of these, so no idea where the market is on this. Good thing though is that while these were at PSA, Bryce Young sort of blew up and probably ended the season in the best way he possibly could. So kind of leaves me in a bit of a quandary in like, should I sell now or should I wait for the next season? And I hope he can build upon that success. I don't know. We'll see. And the last card is this Brock Purdy 24/4 Downtown that I pulled from, I think, the second blaster that I opened this season. And I got a 10. Obviously very stoked about this. I did have some misgivings about sending this in initially. I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up, but the centering is slightly off. It's a little bit heavy on the left. For my centering tool, I think this is like a 45/55 or maybe even a 40/60. And from what I hear, PSA allows up to a 40/60 centering tool. for it to be centering. So I wasn't sure, but because the rest of this card was so perfect, just decided to send this in, and pretty glad that I did. Okay, that's it for the reveal. Let's see how we did. Here are the cards and their grades. Raw plus cost is the value of the cards at the time of my PSA submission, plus the cost to grade. Then we have the value of the graded cards, comps current as of January 2025, and then profit, which is the difference of the two. Adding up our entire profit and dividing that by the total raw value gives us a total return of 248%, or more than doubling our money. Now let's compare this to the stock market, which is more specifically the SPDR ETF, which tracks the S&P 500, which itself tracks the 500 biggest companies in the American stock market. In that time span of December 21st to when I got my cards back on January 14th, SPY didn't really do so hot. Price on 12/20 was $5.91, and on 1/14, SPY closed at $5.18. So a negative return basically. So what are the takeaways? Should I empty out my 401k and go all in on grading cards? Obviously not. There's a huge list of reasons why stocks are one of the premier investment vehicles. But I think grading cards has a potential to be a rather lucrative side hustle, and I hope that this video served as a guide on how to start. Keen-eyed viewers might have noticed that I conveniently left out an important data point in all these calculations: what I spent to get those cards in the first place. Those numbers, however, shall remain in the darkness where they belong. Okay, that's the video. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and fellow collectors, till next time.